One television role changed Linda Kozlowski's life forever. Welcome to the channel Star Spotlight. For many viewers, Linda Kozlowski became unforgettable during the 1980s and early 1990s. Her screen presence carried confidence, elegance, and a calm energy that quietly stood out in an era filled with larger-than-life personalities. Yet what continues to surprise many people is how quickly she stepped away from Hollywood after reaching worldwide recognition. What is less known is that fame was never the ultimate goal she was chasing. Linda Kozlowski's rise began far from the bright lights of blockbuster cinema. Before audiences recognized her on screens around the world, she trained seriously as an actress and worked steadily in theater productions. Like many performers of her generation, success came through patience rather than instant attention. Then came the role that changed everything. Her appearance alongside Paul Hogan in Crocodile Dundee introduced her to millions almost overnight. Audiences admired her balance of intelligence, warmth, and composure. In a film filled with humor and adventure, Linda brought a grounded quality that helped the story feel believable. Many remember the film's success. Few remember the pressure that followed afterward. Hollywood quickly began viewing her through a very narrow lens. Public conversations often focused more on appearance and glamour than on her actual performances. It was a familiar pattern for many actresses during that period, where recognition sometimes arrived alongside expectations that felt limiting rather than empowering. That tension quietly shaped the next chapter of her career. Although she continued acting in several projects, Linda Kozlowski later admitted feeling dissatisfied with many of the roles being offered to her. Instead of finding meaningful creative opportunities, she often encountered repetitive character types that failed to reflect her abilities as an actress. It is often said that success opens doors, but sometimes it also closes others. What makes Linda's story especially interesting is the decision she eventually made. At a time when many actors would have fought to remain constantly visible, she chose a different path entirely. Rather than staying trapped inside an industry that no longer felt fulfilling, she gradually stepped away from Hollywood life. That choice surprised many fans. There was no major scandal, no dramatic public conflict, just a quiet decision to pursue something more personal and authentic. Over time, Linda focused more on private life, travel, and new experiences outside the entertainment industry. In many ways, that decision revealed something important about her character. She seemed less interested in maintaining celebrity status and more focused on protecting her sense of peace and independence. While audiences often associate Hollywood with endless ambition, Linda Kozlowski's story reminds people that fulfillment sometimes comes from walking away rather than holding on. Years later, fans still revisit her performances with admiration and nostalgia. Her work captured a specific moment in entertainment history, one remembered for adventure, charm, and a style of storytelling that felt simple yet memorable. And perhaps that lasting impression explains why people continue talking about her even decades later. Not because of headlines or controversy, but because certain performances leave an emotional mark that quietly survives the passing of time. If you found this story meaningful, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. You can also like the video and subscribe to Star Spotlight for more respectful and reflective stories from the world of classic entertainment.